Hello, my name is Kat from the charity Into Work. We provide personalised employment advice and practical support for people with a disability or long-term health condition who live in Edinburgh, Mid Lothian or East Lothian. We also provide advice and training for employers. My role is to coordinate Into Work's Autism Works project, which is funded through the Scottish Government's Increasing the Understanding of Autism programme. The Autism Works project's aim is to improve employer understanding of autism and also of the value that autistic employees can bring to the workforce. So over the last few months, the focus of our project has been on co-producing a new in-depth training course for employers, which has been built upon the real-life experiences of autistic people. I've been working closely with our Autistic Advisory Group, who are 6 fantastic individuals who have a wealth of experience of working in different sectors and different roles and at different career stages. Our next step will be to co-deliver our new training course to employers. I'm delighted to have 3 advisory group members, Suzanne, Callum and Leah, here to tell you firsthand about their experiences of the project so far. Firstly, I'd like to ask, what do you hope we will achieve through this project?
I think education is the most important thing. Education of employers and of autistic people themselves, mainly through the materials and presentations we've developed by the project. Also, increased understanding by employers of the benefits of hiring people on the autistic spectrum. I think we come with unique skills, and there is a different way of getting the best from us once an employer has decided to employ us. I think those were the 2 most important things to me.
We'll provide training for employers in order to gain a better understanding of autism, in order to employ those with autism, for them to be able to gain employment and to be able to accommodate them in the workplace.
I really hope that as an outcome of this project, as time passes, autism will be looked at completely differently, and so that we can move away from the myths and the taboos and considering it a conundrum of weird personality features, and it will be looked at as what it is, a sensory processing disorder. If it's not teaming up with other disabilities, really that's what we are talking about. If you think about other sensory type of impairments, they are not looked at anymore as something weird. And I really believe we can also get there with autism. In 100 years' time, it's not going to be any kind of issue.
Secondly, thinking about the many experiences we've discussed while developing our training course contents, which of the experiences of autism in the workplace do you feel would be most important for us to share with employers?
For me personally, I feel it's important for employers to know that not all autistic people are affected the same. Some are affected more than others by some or all of the common traits. It's important for employers to know that before then going on to learn about the common trait of autism.
So I would message to all my future employers that I am an adult being, not a teenager who is stuck in an adult body. I know that because I need so much guidance often and I need someone to tell me how to do things, it can be very tempting to imagine that, I am not as adult as maybe others are in the workplace, but in reality, I am. So that means that I have the same entitlement to form the same kind of relationships and connections and various social connections in the workplace like any other employee. And that also means that my private life deserves the same respect as anybody else's.
Foremost, I think that the legal obligations under the 2010 Equality Act for avoiding discrimination and making reasonable adjustments for autistic employers need to be fully understood, met and adhered to in the workplace. I also can't emphasize enough how important precise, unambiguous, honest and non-politically nuanced language is when communicating with autistic people. Otherwise, I think you're much more likely to be misinterpreted and end up with the wrong output or piece of work, and also an unhappy employee. Possibly taking a different approach to appraisals and feedback may also reap rewards and increase retention and promotion of autistic people.
Finally, what have you most enjoyed about your participation in the advisory group so far?
Because it can be so difficult for me to get my views out there, which probably you wouldn't suspect, meeting me for a few minutes, but I can struggle to really open up and get some messages out there. I found it to be a very free, encouraging, and supportive environment. And because we have such a cool researcher in the person of Kat, she formed a bridge for me so that I don't have to worry about how to connect with others. And I know that my message will have an impact, and that going forward, towards my future, I can feel more and more confident.
Yeah, I think what I've most enjoyed is discussing and working alongside a peer group of people on the autistic spectrum on the project. That has been really very good and illuminating for me, actually. I usually work in teams which are just me on the spectrum in them. And I think hearing the other participants' stories and being able to tell my own experiences as stories has been really cathartic. Developing the presentation materials has been very inspiring, actually, and I'm actually looking forward to being able to use them for real in presentations to current and potential employers.
Well, when I was first diagnosed, there was less support for me personally, and what support there was, it was in its infancy. So creating more ways to help better support those with autism in the future is important to me, and to help them gain employment in the workplace environment, and that's what I've enjoyed mostly being part of this group.
Thank you, Suzanne, Callum, and Leah. If you'd like to find out more about the Autism Works project or about other activities of Interwork, have a look at our website, which is www.interwork.org.uk. And if you're an employer based in the Edinburgh and Lothians area and are interested in receiving autism training, please do get in contact using the contact details at the end of this video. Thank you for listening.